Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about the McDonald's workers had to be so confused. Doordash customer orders plain cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Then she opens the box. Based on the picture and the headline itself, it sounds like somebody doesn't know how to make a custom order properly. Because while you may think that you're ordering just a plain cheeseburger, you actually removed everything, including the burger. And this TikToker is now making a thing about it, which is hilarious. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers, customers, and the restaurants themselves, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Jadacern at Jadacern was hanging out with her father, and the two decided to DoorDash some McDonald's. They thought they were ordering 2 cheeseburgers from the popular fast food chain. However, that's not what their delivery driver brought them. I'm going to leave her TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. Me and my dad got hungry, so we DoorDashed McDonald's, Centaglia wrote in the text overlay. As with many online ordering applications, Centaglia and her father got to customize their meals. In fact, these tailor-made food experiences are attributed as being a key factor in online ordering growth. Online ordering allows users to take as much time as they need selecting the meal they'd like. Additionally, they can peruse all the available customization options businesses offer customers. Okay, real talk for a second. That is so true. There used to be a time where I loved Subway specifically because I can go in there, say exactly what I want and what I want on it, see them make it, and bam, I have a sandwich that I made myself. In a way. And when I saw that you can do that with other apps and other fast food places, let's just say I picked up a bad habit. That said, I don't typically go to fast food places anymore, but when I do, one of the things that I do enjoy about it is that I can add jalapenos to a Taco Bell order, or I can remove something if I don't like it. Unlike when you're sitting down at a restaurant where in reality, if you do that, you can, but you're looked at sideways and they put it on anyway. But either way, if what I think is happening, it's gonna get funny. Hold the burger. However, as Cernaglia and her father realized, this can have unintended consequences. Some ordering applications are very granular, but also come with their own quirks. Apparently, McDonald's has one such application, but accidentally just ordered 2 pieces of cheese instead of 2 plain cheeseburgers. The rest of Cernaglia's text overlay read. This is not the first time a post like this has gone viral. I have made videos about it, but honestly, a part of me is also like, maybe I should just make this a whole playlist because it's happened that often. Listen, those McDonald's workers will do exactly what you tell them to a T. And you know what we did? We read off a number because we can't give them a name. We read off a number. They handed us a bag and we disappeared. That's it. The clip begins with the sound of her laughing as her father puts his hand over his head. She shows the footage of the bizarre orders in question. Both Cernaglia and her father received a box with a single slice of cheese in them. The receipts posted to each box denotes why. They read, cheeseburger plain, no regular meat, no regular bun, only American cheese. Yeah, literally to a T. That is exactly what they did. You told them what to do and they did it. It's something you should have been aware of. TikToker reads off the receipt right before her father cracks open the box, revealing a singular slice of cheese. When opened, Cernaglia's box contains the same. She continues to laugh as her father smiles and says, that's how DoorDash works. In a caption for the video, she speculates as to what the McDonald's must have felt whilst fulfilling fulfilling their order had to be so confused, she penned. Honestly, probably not. They've actually been hounded pretty hard on this subject. You have to fulfill the order to a T, doesn't matter what it is. And sometimes they're being tested on that. Instead of like saying, oh, maybe they just made a mistake, I'll put a burger and a bun there anyway. Then the manager comes in with the order they placed and be like, hey, did you listen to the machine? You should be listening to the machine. So now they'll do it regardless.
But Joe, couldn't the McDonald's workers have you call?
Sure, sometimes they do, and sometimes they just won't answer the phone. But in most cases, because of the way McDonald's works, they will follow the instructions of the machine, and that's it. Other cheese incidents. This isn't the first time a McDonald's customer mistakenly ordered just a slice of cheese. The Daily Dot previously reported another incident where two ordered a burger from the chain via DoorDash. Like Sanaglia, they thought they were ordering a plain cheeseburger, i.e. a cheeseburger with cheese. However, DoorDash's mobile app construed this as them only wanting a slice of cheese, leaving them with a single slice of American cheese. One that Mashed said is much like Walmart's Great Value brand. Yeah, it does seem like they're just taking individually wrapped slices of cheese and just placing them on it. That's it. Unlike Sanaglia, however, the TikToker user bought a Happy Meal. They just wanted to make sure the cheeseburger that came with the order didn't contain all the fixings. There have been other ordering gaffes from customers using the DoorDash app as well. For example, a 2-year-old who had access to a smartphone with the DoorDash app installed. While fiddling around with the mobile device, they accessed the app and must have been enticed by a picture of a big burger. Following this, they proceeded to order 31 cheeseburgers. I can't wait for the iPad kids to grow up and then realize, oh wow, this is why I should be off my phone, because it might cost way more than I want it to. Viewers are amused by her mistake. One user who replied to Saraglia's video stated that there's an easy way to ensure this doesn't happen again. I worked at McDonald's. That's technically correct. You just hit plain next time, they said. Yeah, you didn't have to write no bun or no burger. You could just write plain and they'll get the message. Another remarked that the TikToker situation is quite common. As a fast food worker, you'd be surprised how much this happens, they wrote. And the worst part is that they can't really contact you on the subject, or if they do, they're really not following the machine and they can end up getting into shit for it. So don't think they'll just be like,
well, if I make the mistake, they'll catch it, right?
No, they won't. They'd cover their own ass long before they cover yours. However, at least one commenter stated that they would have double-checked the order before fulfilling this order. If I still worked at McDonald's and saw this order, I would have called to confirm that's what you wanted, they said. One TikToker thought that Sanaglia only had herself to blame. Girl, but you literally put it in as no meat and no bun. After that, it's just cheese. You could tell that McDonald's worker hasn't been a McDonald's worker for a while because policies don't exactly stay the same long term. I think that a lot of people have said that they can't contact the customer through DoorDash anymore. Like they have to ask the driver to do it, and in a lot of cases they won't or they can't because they just won't pick up for them. So that's a problem in itself. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Look, if you're going to order on any of these apps, just make sure you're ordering it correctly. The last thing you want is to spend an exorbitant amount of money on burgers and then just not get the burgers. Like, I am so sure that they just laughed this off, but I'd be pretty upset if I ordered a meal and I didn't get what I asked for. Or if I did get what I asked for, it wasn't exactly what I wanted, you know? This just feels like malicious compliance, but it actually is compliance to what McDonald's wants. It is crazy, and it is really only herself to blame, but it is also the system too. Like, DoorDash should make it clear that, hey, by the way, you're ordering just a slice of cheese. But McDonald's shouldn't make it a punishment to double check that, hey, this is what I want, you know? Also, DoorDash should allow the restaurant to contact the customer. Also, one last side note, I'm glad that they didn't blame the DoorDash driver for this. I just feel like a lot of these articles end up blaming the driver for no reason. So, cool that it didn't go in that direction. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.